Now, checklists, you're going to hear a lot about these today. System Hub is the place to store them. I used to fly a bit, and even if you've flown 10,000 hours, you are not allowed to take that aircraft off the apron until you've been through your checklist. Doesn't matter how good you are, how experienced you are, how well you think you know the checklist, you have to go through the checklist. And aviation is probably better at that than any other industry. If anyone read Atul Gawande's awesome book, The Checklist Manifesto, yeah, I figured this room, there'd probably be a few readers of that. He talked a lot about doctors, and trying to get doctors to use a checklist was like pulling teeth, but eventually they did, and what do you know? Incidents, problems dropped away. I created a little too many the first time I did this. So, and Dave will remember this was on the wall of the office. Each one of those lines is a system. That's not the system. Each one of those lines is a separate system. Each one of those maybe 2 to 15 pages of screen steps and pictures, and nobody bloody used them. It was way too detailed, and it was a mess. System Hub didn't exist then, you bugger. Don't do that. This bloke, Tim Francis, who is now a really good mate, made a distinction for me from Atul Gawande's book, which I hadn't picked up the first time of reading it. There's two types of checklist. There's read-do checklists, read it, do it, and there's do-confirm checklist. And this is what the experts in your business, this is what we should all be doing, where you don't follow the steps of 15 pages, because how often are we actually going to do that? As entrepreneurs, we're just not wired that way. It's great if you can hire a paralegal to go create all those systems for you, and they love all of the detail, but generally we are not wired that way. A do-confirm checklist says, look, just go off and do the work, and then come back and just check these 3 things at the end. If we're talking, say, Infusionsoft, go and do it, build the whole thing. If you know that that test email landed in the right email box, then let's assume that everything else was set up properly. Do it all, and confirm that last little bit. This is a much, much better way to treat checklists when you're dealing with experts. You're not treating them like you have to do every single step. They know how to do it. Just giving them that little confirm checklist at the end.